If you've been paying attention to business trends, you may have heard people saying that Dallas is on its way to becoming the next Wall Street. Sounds crazy, right? I mean, when you think of finance, stocks, and big money, you think of New York City. But behind the scenes, Dallas is quietly becoming one of the biggest financial hubs in the country. Today, we're going to show you why that is.
Let's start with a huge trend. Companies are leaving Wall Street. Over the last decade, we've seen major financial institutions relocate or expand outside of New York. And guess where they're going? Right here to Dallas, Texas. Big names like Goldman Sachs, JPMorgan Chase, and Charles Schwab have all been making serious moves to Texas. Goldman Sachs is even building a massive new campus in downtown Dallas, expected to house thousands of employees. That's a big statement from one of Wall Street's biggest players. But it's not just Goldman. Charles Schwab moved its headquarters to the Dallas suburb of Westlake in 2020 after acquiring TD Ameritrade. And JPMorgan Chase, one of the biggest banks in the world, has been steadily growing its presence right here in Dallas with over 11,000 employees in the Metroplex. So the question is, why are these financial institutions choosing Dallas over Manhattan? There's a couple reasons, some of which you may not have heard before.
The number one reason, Dallas is just more business friendly than New York. For starters, there's no state income tax in Texas, which means companies and employees get to keep more of their money. Compare that to New York, where the combined state and city income tax rates can be as high as 14.8% for top earners. And that's a huge incentive for financial firms looking to cut costs and retain top talent. Second would be the cost of living and cost of doing business. Office space in New York City is ridiculously expensive. In Dallas, you can get a Class A office space at a fraction of the cost. Labor costs are lower because the overall cost of living is lower. Real estate prices, both commercial and residential, are much more affordable than New York. Companies are realizing they don't have to pay sky-high rent in Manhattan to run their financial operation. They can move to Dallas, cut costs, and still attract great top talent.
And related to talent, one of the reasons Wall Street has historically been the financial hub is because of the access to the elite talent from Ivy League schools. But now, top financial professionals are seeing the benefits of moving to Texas. Universities like Southern Methodist University, SMU, Texas Christian University, TCU, and the University of Texas Longhorns at Austin are producing more finance and business grads than ever. And these graduates are choosing to stay in Texas rather than move to the crowded, high-cost lifestyle of New York City. On top of that, Dallas has become a magnet for experienced professionals looking for a better quality of life. Instead of choosing the historically famous cities to build a career, many people are choosing Dallas, where they can own a home, enjoy over 200 days of sunshine per year, and still work in a thriving financial sector. And let's not forget, Dallas is home to over 24 Fortune 500 companies, with even more on the way. That corporate presence is creating a ripple effect, more high-paying finance jobs, more investment firms, and more money flowing through the city.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest signs that Dallas is transforming into a financial powerhouse is the development of its financial district. Right now, Dallas's financial district is centered in downtown and uptown, where you will find companies like Bank of America, Comerica, JPMorgan Chase, and now Goldman Sachs. But with more firms setting up shop here, we could see even more high rises and major developments that make Dallas a true competitor to Wall Street. Dallas will also soon be home to not just one, but two new stock exchanges. That is not something just to skim over. The Chicago branch of the New York Stock Exchange has moved to downtown Dallas as of March 2025, and it will be a direct competitor to the new Texas Stock Exchange, planning to open its doors in early 2026. The financial district has no signs of slowing down its growth. And let's not forget, we already have the Dallas Federal Reserve, which plays a huge role in shaping the U.S. monetary policy. That alone gives Dallas a strong financial reputation.
And of course, all of this is having a major impact on real estate. With thousands of high-earning finance professionals relocating to Dallas, luxury real estate continues to be a hot commodity. High-rise condos in Uptown, luxury homes in Highland Park, and modern apartments in areas like Vickery Park are seeing ever-increasing demand. Commercial real estate is also doing better than in most areas of the country. More companies mean more office spaces needed, and developers are already planning new projects to accommodate the influx of businesses. And here's the interesting part. Homeownership in Dallas is still way more affordable than in New York City. A high-earning financial analyst in New York might be renting a tiny one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan for $5,000 a month. In Dallas, that same analyst can buy a 3,000 square foot home in a top-rated neighborhood. That's a no-brainer for a lot of professionals.
So, will Dallas actually replace Wall Street? Probably not anytime soon. New York still has the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, and deeply ingrained financial culture. But Dallas has definitely become one of the major financial hubs of the US. In 10 or 20 years, Dallas could become the Silicon Valley of finance, where companies innovate and grow without the cost of New York City. And with the way things are trending, Dallas could easily also become the second most important financial center in the US behind New York.
As always, if you're interested in learning more about the Dallas real estate market, or if you're looking to move here, we would love the opportunity to earn your business. Also, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates on the Dallas real estate market. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.